into one comprehensive society that knows no color line. To this end, we fund the sesquicentennial program with its educational activities and programs. At the same time, we are undermined by Centro Cultural Aztlan. Many heroes of the Alamo were of Mexican descent, and they too fought for America now and Texian then. And to the present, one and the same, freedom for all. Mr. Montalvo stated in his article that he would hesitate to serve this country and therefore does not deserve its freedom. To sum up, this arts agency should be cut off from all funding until they stop hate-mongering that has nothing to do with art, either cultural or recognized so-called fine arts. And so the magazine was never published, the program was defunded, and I published the poem. And my magazine read dirt when I was a professor of Boulder. What the Sasquatch Centennial Means to Me by Jose Montalvo. What the Sasquatch Centennial means to me? Well, I'll tell you what the Sasquatch Centennial means to me. To me, the Sasquatch Centennial means that Sasquatch, also known as Bigfoot, came to Texas 150 years ago. That's what the Sasquatch Centennial means to me. It also means that when Sasquatch came here, all the Mexican people said, "Mi casa es tu casa." And real soon, Sasquatch took over the casa, and the horses, and the cows, and the chickens, and everything else the Mexicans had. Because you see, back then, all the Mexicans had was their little ranchos and farms to work on because there was no Kelly Field. And another thing that Sasquatch did was to bring black slaves. But the Mexican people did not think that slavery was nice. And besides, the negritos did not want to be slaves. How did the Mexicans know that blacks did not want to be slaves, you ask? Well, I'll tell you how the Mexicans knew the negritos did not want to be slaves. You see, the black slaves would tell their white masters, and I quote, "Fuck off, muffa." And we all know that those are not the words of happy slaves. The Sasquatch Centennial also means to me that 188 death wish maniacs with very serious suicidal tendencies went and got 4,000 mad Mexican soldiers pissed off and ran into the Alamo. Oh, they could have said, "I'm sorry," but no. Instead, they decided to shoot the bird and the cannons, and so, of course, the Mexicans got nasty and kicked ass. Then the other Anglos, well, excuse me, got a little upset and waited for Santa Anna to go to Houston and see Astro World. Then, when the Mexicans were changing their underwear in case they had an accident on the roller coaster, Sam Houston captured Santa Anna at San Jacinto and made him give Texas to them. And that's when the caca hit the ceiling fan. Because ever since, it's been coming down on us Mexicans. For instance, the Anglos wanted the Mexicans to go to their own schools. That's because the Mexican schools were lousy and didn't have air conditioning or brand new encyclopedias. So of course they wanted the Mexicans to go to school by ourselves, and we did. That's until the Supreme Court ordered that schools had to be integrated. So then the Mexicans started to go to schools with blacks. This, of course, created problems for us because the blacks took over the basketball team. And also, también, the Anglos didn't want the Mexicans to have nice jobs, so they invented qualifications. You know, like college degrees. Since we didn't have the money to matriculate and San Antonio College didn't have didn't take food stamps, we had to join the army so we could go to college under the GI Bill. But soon, after we started going to college, the Anglos invented seniority. And now that we have both, El Rey Gun wants us to change all that by calling it reverse discrimination. And the Sasquatch Centennial also means to me that juries made up of Anglos would send the Mexicans to prison for things Anglos would only get a $5 fine. But Gus Garcia changed all that when he told the Supreme Court that this was not nice. Y que no más no. So now we have juries made up of Mexicans with inferiority complexes who call themselves Hispanics and send Mexicans to prison for things that Anglos get probation. And the Sasquatch Centennial also means to me that the government is always giving us Mexicans guilt trips, so we'll join the stupid army and go fight wars that only benefit the rich. And now they want to send us to Central America and Afghanistan. But this time, we Mexicans are not going to fall for that crap. And when Uncle Sam tells us, I want you to join the army, the Mexicans are going to answer, Come caca, güey. And that's what the Sasquatch Centennial means to me. Thank you very much. And God bless America. Oh, America? What does America mean to me? Well, that's another story. Jose Montalvo,